Daga na enwa get a guy, and the man really a gago. When it's a man, I don't papa. Don't want to get man in the ghetto again. Yamoda, they're a little tongue for you. And my way, Darana, way. Don't go back, don't go back, don't go back. Ekwe dagana edwa no gata kwe ngoro black ngela nyedia no gata kwe ngoro kwa black ngela nyedia no gata kwe no daga de kenya ngela nyedia no gata kwe no daga de kenya ngela nyedia no gata kwe no daga de maroto ngela nyedia no gata kwe wanole mena pegale no gata kwe ya pipe mami mane kai go gata kwe ewe kwatao no gata kwe como boro nge kwatao no gata kwe kwatao nge kwatao no gata kwe wanga nelo kwatao no gata kwe ni makanelo kwatao no gata kwe alo branjira lo no gata kwe nge sanole mere lo no gata kwe
Okay, folks, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Thank you for tuning to LIBERIA Public Radio again. We really do appreciate this day. We just have to go safety. Lord Jesus, we want to thank you tonight. And tonight is a very special night to praise you, my Lord. Thank you. Those who don't know you, my Lord, need to find you and follow you. Things you do for us. You allow the entire law, people who know law, everything. You take the blindfold and pull it in their face. You say you're dealing with something told, they say yeah. They say you're dealing with something told, they say yeah. It's okay. Jesus said, I put in the blindfold on you. You will not see nothing because something told got every right. You will not see nothing. The big lawyer there, Jesus Christ, they were flipping through paper. They can't find it. It's not there. You took it out. Thank you, my Lord. Thank you. Again, those who don't know you have to find you because you're there to protect every one of us. Can you imagine, man, to be in charge of me? What the kind of thing they will throw my way? But Lord Jesus, you said, something told, he's just as good as any other person. I forgive his sin. I bring him on. Thank you. We want to thank you this afternoon. Special thank for what you have done for us. And you continue to do that. Thank you. We appreciate it. Lord Jesus, we ask you, Lord, we got so many Liberian diaspora, so many diaspora all over, working hard, left their home villages, not because they want to, but they think they can make good living somewhere else. And hopefully they can go back after learning, go back and help. Lord Jesus, these are the same people that you guide. Can you imagine putting somebody from Liberia on a plane, flying, going from country to country, and finally here, you guide the plane, you guide the paddle. The kind of power you have. And not one day that you get angry at somebody and swipe at them. How merciful are you? Oh, my Lord, your mercy is too much. It's too much. Because all you have to do is just beep on some of us and we're gone. But yet still, every day, you continue to provide your mercy. And we want to thank you. Thank you for that. Lord Jesus, our brother who is in Ghana now, we ask you to continue to provide speedy healing injured to Mabutu Hospital. We pray that that young man will be safe. We ask you, my Lord. He's our brother. And we ask you to please, I know you have the power, and I know things you can do and things you have done. So coming to you this afternoon to beg and plead with you to provide the angel of mercy, the angel of healing on Mr. Mabutu. I'm not ashamed. I will say it, and I will say it publicly, because you, only you, have the power to do that. And I ask you this afternoon to exercise that power on my behalf, on the behalf of the entire country, that Mabutu come back to Liberia alive. Finally, Jesus, you know we have two family rooms. One family here we got to feed, another family back home we got to feed. So we go to work with all the disease, and the disease, they even get killed yet. The people playing politics with the disease. The other person say, I'll get killed tomorrow. The other person say, hey, they killed, not coming soon. So they're all over this place. But guess what? You are the cure for all of us. We go to work knowing fully well that you're protecting us. With our faith in you, we fear nobody, not even the disease. Because you continue to guide our hands. You continue to guide what we touch. You continue to guide what we put on. How we get places, what places we go, who we talk to. You continue to guide us. And I want to thank you. Finally, Lord, bless our country, Liberia. Bless the leaders of Liberia, so that they will give some little wisdom, whatever you can give them, because we need it. The country needs you more than ever. Bless our leader. Give them wisdom to do what is good for our country. Bless the host country. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, guys, let's go ahead. It's going to be a little bit rocky tonight, and I'm prepared from whatever going to come out of it. You know, there are certain times in life that you say, you know what? I will do the right thing. And you as a man, if you can't do the right thing, then your pure existence is annoying. But I'm a man, I'm not God. Only God can say that. God can say you're not annoying. But for me, I can say it. Because that's the same thing with every other man. God gives you position to help people. God gives you knowledge to help people. And then when you get to that position, we don't even know what's going on. What's happening with these young people in Liberia? What's happening with these educated Liberians that are working for this government? What's going on? Is it because you guys just not able to do nothing right? What is it? I mean, you know what? This is politics of Liberia. I said it one Saturday afternoon. I will pick it up soon. But why can we not even see decency of leading people every day? Why can't we just leave for once? The campaign season is over. Well, it's back on again. But people are being ridiculous. I'll come to that. I pick politics back up. I bring it in front of me. You're not getting to it. Samson told Liberian Public. Let's go ahead. Before, let's go ahead and have the president of the Republic of Liberia. I love it when I do this. This is President Dr. Weah, duly elected 61.5% of the electorate. They elected him. He said, what? They said, who that, folks? You can't walk outside in Sacramento right now. I'm sorry to interrupt, but no air. The arches just falling in Sacramento. You get outside right now, you don't put on a mask, forget about Corona. You put on a mask, you can't even breathe. That's also arches you're going to be breathing. I went outside a few minutes ago, and I'm still feeling it. So I just thought I'd throw that out there. They pray for us here in California as well. The fire is not closed, but the arches, the air, it's terrible. But God will take care of it. Let's get back. This is Dr. Weah, President of the Republic of Liberia. He said, what? They said, who's that? He said, me, Ambassador Weah. They said, what you want? Where you want, Pinky? He said, I want to be your president. They said, small man like you. He said, yeah, but I got the knowledge. They said, you sure? He said, yeah, I got the knowledge. I want to lead. I've been fighting for you all the time. He said, Pinky, the one you talking about that planet, you sure you want to be? He said, I want to be president. He said, yeah. The president said, we'll give it to you. Sansinto was here on his show. Your mother gave it to them man. The man can lead us. He know nothing. Your mother gave it to him. Your mother I made all the noise I can. Like people say, man, Mr. Toe, thank you for advice. But I think we ourselves living in Liberia, we know what's best for us. This is the man we want. I said, you're win. Who am I? The people you say you're talking for, then you don't want to accept their result. Then who are you now? Who are you representing? You can't say, I will talk for you, but I don't respect your result. Then that means the result is not in the nowhere? And that's not what I play. Thank you for giving me Dr. Weah. He's my president. I respect him. Whatever rule he has, I will obey. Y'all give me the Constitution. Y'all want to remember Liberian people? I told them. I said, y'all say they made the president. I said, no. Y'all say, yeah. I said, no. Y'all say, yeah. I said, okay. They made president. But the Constitution say, Sansinto, you got 6 years. After that, you go challenge. Do I look like somebody who will challenge for president? Big year. But I will challenge. I will campaign for my party and whoever that they want to endorse. So all of these mistakes that is happening, I'm glad these people are making a mistake so that I can copy something. That one of the things that brown people said to me, Mr. Toe, I say, yeah. They say, find yourself a black book. I said, for what? They say, every time the man do something that is not conducive to the country or you don't think is right, jog it down. 6 years, come to art and argue a point. I said, fine. So I've been jogging down. And every time that I jog down, I tell you, one of the days today, my jogging. I'm jogging down. So, but I respect the president. I will criticize, but I must do so with respect. Because every one of you that watching me right now, one of you could sit in our office tomorrow. Woman, man, it doesn't matter. You can sit in our office tomorrow. And you will expect me to respect you and respect the office. Because that's the office of the president of the Republic of Liberia. You can't be patriotic and then say the person who's sitting in that chair that's not the right person. Then what happened? The man steal the position. He come to the position through a back door. They give it to him. So respect him, respect the office. They go hand in hand. Simple. 6 years, you can still criticize and campaign. You're still going to respect him because he's a human being like any other person. We will criticize, but we must do so with responsibility. And I'm getting ready to set an example again tonight. We'll do our best. I'm not asking you to agree with me. In fact, I want you to disagree with me. But give me the opportunity to make my case. And then you can come on and express yourself. This is Sam Sinto. That's Dr. Weah, President of the Republic of Liberia. Let's go to my subject matter here tonight. And it's a very serious one. It's a very serious one. It's about Samuel Twe, of course. A lot of people have been talking about this, but it's time for me to take. But I will take a different route on this here. Back in 2005, Samuel Twe, perhaps he wanted to be relevant in the community, So if you want to be relevant, what do? You pick on somebody who is larger. So you hope the person will respond to you. So that will make you relevant because the person is now challenging you and now you're on the stage. And that's exactly what Samuel Twer did. Back in 2005 or so, he wrote a nasty paper about Dr. Famulé. Famulé, in his own wisdom, decided to reply. He gave his reason. It's the reason why I'm responding to this young man, because I know he didn't write that paper, but I know who wrote these things. Because I know these two people, they're always on me. I know who they are. So I'm going to respond to them. But then after the first page, after telling people that these people are not somebody to follow, he decided to address Samuel Twer. And it's very interesting. What I'm going to do, since Samuel Twer continued to do this to us, I will take my time, just like I did with Famulé's senior trial, just like I did with the election between Tubman and Twer. I will take my time to go through this entire writing. The difficult thing that I have are from Totan. And Famulé, when he read to write, he don't read small book. Big book. The thing from where I come from, Totan say, I can't even understand, I can't pronounce. That the kind of word he can put in 18. That's why I can give me hard time. And but now I will tell my daughter to read it for me because I don't know anything. But on a very serious note, I'll just read a passage of that to give you a background of who people said Samuel Twer was at the time. And it's very interesting. Considering what Samuel Twer is doing now and some of the utterings from Samuel Twer lately, and maybe you can say, okay, maybe these people are up to something. Let me go on. Okay. He said here, and this is just the second place. He said, I doubt the character that Samuel D. Twer compare this. Okay, that's not what I want to do. Okay, this is what I want. Men like Samuel D. Twer are the rotting layers thrown out by the old and rotting society who want to relevant themselves by hiding behind a simple footballer who understands nothing of sacrifice and commitment of men and women who have devoted their lives to struggle for justice, social justice in our country. The Samuel Twer of this world are the incredible crypt beggar who shout the loudest about the abandonment of principle because they never had any and are too cowardly to fight for Kelly interests, are contented to deal with wisely like Samuel Twer. Or a ghostwriter, he said. Okay? Let me go on to another one. This is the description they got for Samuel Twer. Let me read the other one, and then I'll go to it. This is something was written by Dr. Famulé back in 2005. What analysis can you give when you do not even understand simple contradiction? Who will follow the cowardly bigoted like you who stand for nothing because you believe in nothing? This is deep. If you have the opportunity, you can find it. Just go, it's on Google. Just say Dancing on the Rope, Pretenders and Unique Genre of Ignorance. You will find Samuel Twer and Dr. Famulé. I will read this thing here one day. I will take the entire thing on because Samuel Twer continued to. One minute, I come out and say, Samuel Twer is doing good. I start praising him. Another minute, then he just flipped on me like that. This is not good. One minute I like the way he's doing things. Another minute he just flipped. He just did it again. Samuel Twer, highly educated. There's no question to ask. But I'm very embarrassed. What happened? What Samuel Twer stated 2 or 3 days ago. I'm very embarrassed. And to make things worse, there's a video that going around about the Congo people in Liberia those days in the 80s, how they used to treat, how they were treating us. They're supposed to be our brothers and sisters, but the way they were behaving towards us, like we were no human being. And people like Samuel Twa have the opportunity to improve the lives of their brothers and sisters. And this is what he gave us. The economy is not going anywhere. But people giving latitude because people believe in them. They trash the proper agenda they put together, the blueprint. They're no longer they're not even following that. Not once when you, in the entire campaign season, Samuel Twa been talking, you will never hear him talk about proper agenda. Because none of them talk about it anymore. Then what was the purpose of writing that? To fool me? And well, if you think you're fooling me, this is what I'm going to do. Because this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. People die in that country not to have dictator. I don't care you call it dictator B minus A. I don't care how you call it. For Samuel Twa, for the word D, for it to even come out of his mouth, that's embarrassing, shameful. And I've not heard any member of the CDC hierarchy, US CDC, USA CDC, nobody. I've not seen anything. Maybe it's out there, but I've not seen anything to condemn that. This is ridiculous. However, this is what it showed me. Because I've been on here, I'm on record as saying that CDC most likely going to take this most rather county senatorial seat. But from Samuel 12, all of the things that have been happening within the last week or so, I began to doubt myself. I think they're in trouble. I think CDC is in trouble in most Morales County. I could be wrong, but I think they're in trouble. Because for Samuel Twa to come out and make this ridiculous statement, in Liberia, 250 some more people died. And Samuel Twa, who sat in Monrovia, saw, and he would tell us here, that he saw somebody, heinous crime being committed. He said he didn't leave Monrovia until 2002. So that means he was in Monrovia the entire time. And he's not a little kid. So he saw atrocity being committed against our own people by our own brothers and sisters. All because of poor leadership. And now he's going to come because the president, and I don't blame him, also I blame the president to come out. I want their position at all costs. And so when you do that, you unleash people like Samuel Twa to make the ridiculous statement. And then after that, he's going to go put on Kosu and sit down like an intellectual and want to have an intellectual conversation. After making a kind of ridiculous statement, then he's going to come back. Now he wants to be an intellectual. You can't fool people. You can't fool people all the time. You're campaigning. You make the other ridiculous statement the last time, telling Liberian to go and beg. Pretty much, as a minister of finance of the Republic of Liberia, you're telling Liberian, we're not going to cut people's salary because when y'all go beg, that means they should go beg. What are you doing to vitalize the economy so that people will not go begging? I say attention that time because I thought our campaign's issue. But now you're going to come mess with the democracy that people have died for. The democracy, the little one that is allowing us that kind of platform to come and talk anything we want to say. And we know we go to Liberia, the people will not bother us because of the freedom of press. Now you want to mess with that. I will resist that. If I come to Liberia, you want to arrest me, Mr. Twa, because you got the power. It's up to you. But this is ridiculous. That's beneath you. That does not match your character. You're an educated person. And you're going to come and make this kind of ridiculous statement. And you expect people like me, the liberal progressive, to be quiet on that. because I like some of the things that you've been doing lately. No, I will not be quiet. I will speak my mind. And this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. You know, for me, yeah, you will say, well, Mr. Toe, how many more you got to go? Well, that's okay. But what's about the young people? What's about the young people? Benevolent dictatorship. Are you kidding me? You think this is more playway? You think that's some banana republic you're running? If you think this is a banana republic, you need to get out. If you like, you got, how do you call it, Kandami or whatever he is over there, go live there. Don't bring it here in Liberia. We don't want it. People fought for that already. If you like the system in Rwanda, move there. Leave us alone. Don't try to muddy this water because the president said he wants the election, he wants the position at all cost. This is ridiculous. Let's listen to Samuel Twa. Why am I so, I'm not upset. I'm embarrassed. And most of the time when you're embarrassed, you try to clean your image. Because I've been going on here on my platform praising Samuel Twa. And now here he is making the kind of ridiculous statement. Let's listen to Samuel Twa. Samson Twa, Liberian Public Radio.
Look, a benevolent dictator, meaning somebody like Paul Kagame, who alone can sit in the room and make a decision can change the country faster. This is what's happening in a lot of the Asian dictatorships where the benevolent dictator just say, okay, you know what, I don't hear the year what the other people say in the view. I won't build that road and I'll put the money there. Because so now you see, I won't build the road, so okay, do the land, everybody start democratizing the decision, then you slow. But we need tough decisions. So let's reorient this whole government. The president will now have that resounding mandate for people to be afraid of him. So this is the mandate that you want to give him this December 8th.
Is that the mandate you want Dr. Weah to have? You want people to be afraid of him. So where he alone will make the decision that affect millions of Liberians. So their lawmaker, they fighting hard to elect lawmaker. No wonder what, there's no role issue. You guys don't care for the kind of thing in Liberia. Because all you want is about you. Dr. Weah was elected for 6 years. Why you think, what do you mean by people need to be afraid of him? For what? Benevolent dictator. You giving me some kind of definition that somebody from Mwempliwe. Benevolent dictator. You know what that is? This is what it says. And I'm just paraphrasing. It's a dictator that only care for people, but mostly people around him. And you're part of that. So basically you're saying that they should elect whoever so that Dr. Weah can say, I want this, I want that. Nobody question me. You know how many people die in Liberia to avoid that kind of system? You as an educated person. Young people look, this is the sad part of it. Young people look up to you. Young Liberians look up to you as a leading figure. Somebody who they have to respect. And you making that kinds of pronouncement in public. Even some of the young people, some of the sedition young people, they were like, what is he talking about? How ridiculous you sound. You just had a primary. So sedition will be able to select or elect who's supposed to face whom. And then you say, all I want that for nothing. We make Dr. Weah benevolent dictator. Dictator. So Samuel 12. My man. Yeah. The other one, you knock it out of the ballpark. You think if something you're not, yeah, my man, power not good. The power have gone through your hair, Samuel 12. You're not thinking right anymore. Do you think that we are going to be president for life? So you're making benevolent dictator today. What happened when Samson told come in and he become a benevolent dictator? He said all the crew people, they're not supposed to cross the road anymore. Is that, I'm being ridiculous. But you think that the benevolent dictator that you come, you think you're only prescribing it for Dr. We are alone? Because that's CDC? What's wrong with you? Why aren't you building institutions that will help your position in the future? That a book you say you know, Samuel 12? That a book you say you know, logic? If I were international community and they are corrupt too anyway, I will be auditing you every 2 weeks. Forget 2 weeks, every week. Because for you to come and make this kinds of ridiculous statement in public, unacceptable. Unacceptable. My man, an international community going to look at this kinds of statement from you, and then tomorrow you're going to sit face to face with these people who've continued to fight for democracy all over the world. And you going to be stigmatized, benevolent dictator. Even if it's going to be done, don't you think that you should do it quietly? That is smart, you smart, Samuel 12? My man, what happened? What happened, begin? I thought you were supposed to be the big voice in the room, able to talk for the young people. What happened? Has power gone through your head? I still can't believe this. I still can't believe this. Because 2 weeks ago, Samuel 12 put young people, I still can't believe it, folks. But it's video, so I have no choice but to believe it. 2 weeks ago, I was on here playing Samuel 12 video where he was able to put young people together, trying to teach them how to gain the system of the entire monetary system in the world so that Liberia can benefit. And I was playing, and then you come and throw me under the bus like this. And you want me to be quiet? This is ridiculous, Mr. 12. It's just ridiculous. Why will you do this? But then again, Dr. Formula predicted these kinds of behavior coming out of you. That you don't believe in anything because you don't know anything. And the fact that you don't know where you're going or where you're coming from, so you have no belief in those kinds of stuff. Samuel 12, and I will play the video. You told us you were in Monrovia. You saw how many people died. If people died before you, they arrested. And then you're telling us, let's forget about what the people have struggled for. Let's come up with a new phrase. Benevolent dictator. Samuel 12, when you do these kind, I don't even believe that you understand Liberian history. I don't believe that. We're still trying to remove ourselves from the yoke of the Congo people. All these years, we're still trying to find our footing. Liberia is still shaking. Then you're going to introduce another system. You, Mr. 12, seem to be so confused. You're unbelievable. In fact, I'm not even going to advocate for you to be removed. I will let you stay in a position. And this thing going to tie it around your neck. Your friends. Yeah. Again, you mess up. Oh. Look at Amara Kone. He's respected all over the world. Young man like that. Not that he's smarter than you. But you leave from that position right now. You go places. People will not have the same kind of respect for you. Because of the kind of pronouncement you're making. You're supposed to be the, I would be ridiculous to say the most educated person in Liberia in terms of CDC. Then you're standing there, you're introducing a new system so that the president will have the power for people to scared of him, be afraid of him. Is that what you want in Liberia again? Child Taylor was there, you certify? You want people to scared of Judge Weir? Is that what you want? Samuel 12. Begin. Your countdown, your countdown, they're not for life. And you're young. You're young. You're coming up with these kinds of proposals for people to give the president mandate. I thought mandate was supposed to be with giving mandate so that he will carry out specific policy. But you want then that people to give him mandate to be a benevolent dictator so that whenever he say goes, nobody should say anything. People should be afraid of him. They're scared of Totman. What do we get out of it? Nothing. They're scared of Tower. What do we get out of it? Nothing. They're scared of Doe. What do we get out of it? Nothing. All the people, they're scared. Look where we are. When it rains, the entire city is flooded. What is this? I tell people like you, you see, you're in a perfect position, Mr. Twe. But apparently you do not even care for us. You have seen Monrovia from the worst to what it is now. You would think at night, you got children. Man, some of you scare me, man. What? You got children? And you would think you would plan so that your children tomorrow will be able to be in a certain position. But of course, you got the money now, so they can go anywhere they want. But what's about the other people's children? They seen where when Tower, the video that going around now, Richard Tower, they were in the office running the Mosra fishing company. Where were you? You most likely were somewhere in Nukru Town running with no shoes. Nobody cared for, they weren't even looking for you. And your people, your family, your mom, your pa, everybody work hard so that you will get an education. Look at the position you're in today. Does it have to do with the Congo people? No. First, it has to do with your own position. You study hard to be to where you are. Your mind, power, work hard to be to where you are. And then when you get it, then you come in to bring some kind of system. Benevolent dictator. Okay, so even if that's a good thing, how do we get in and how do we get out if we want out? Wow. I thought you were analytical, but it seemed to me you don't understand that. Is it because you were so anxious that you were among these young people, you don't know what to say? You made a same ridiculous statement the other day where Liberians supposed to go beg. But because you don't care, people cry on your knee. Some of you are, why you said this? This is not right. You don't care. You don't pay attention to it. It doesn't matter to you. And you're coming back now to make this kind of statement. Wow. Mr. Twe. So, just for anything myself, you got me so confused. I started questioning my own education. Did I really learn something? All these years I've been going to school, I had a degree, do I have anything? Am I educated? You make me to start questioning my own educational background. Until today, when we had a meeting, and the people started asking me questions, how do you do this? What do you want to do in this area? We're building a bridge, and I said, oh, okay. Samuel Twe didn't mess me all along. Okay, all right, I know small thing. But what's about the other young people? How are they even supposed to believe that education means something? If you're going to stand in public, knowing fully well people respect you, and they know, these young people know that you're educated, then you're telling them, forget freedom of press. Oh, The doctor, we have say freedom of press. Okay, you put it aside. CDC, y'all have primary? Forget that one. Benevolent dictator. Wow. Wow. All I can say to you, Mr. Stewart, is just shake my head. Where does it end? Every day in Liberia, there's different thing because you want the position at all costs. It seemed to me, Dallas Dillon is eating your lunch. So you guys going all out. And as a result, you're being ridiculous. And it's going to affect you, and it's affecting you now. Nothing you're doing over there that people will say, yeah, one or two times. I thought you were cheating. I thought you were, because okay, there's a man I want your way, but I think you keeping, because I saw you started bringing, and all I wanted for you to teach these young people for future, and I saw that the last time. But then all of a sudden you come up with this. My people, I don't know. I really don't know. Samuel Twe really embarrassed me this, to be honest with you. I'm embarrassed. I'm not angry. Why would I be angry? But I'm embarrassed. Because I thought, here's the thing about Samuel Twe. George, we are not going to fire Samuel Twe. George, we are trust Samuel Twe as the older brother. Somebody he can count on. But Samuel Twe, with these kinds of behavior, the international community look at it and say, well, what kind of business is this? But guess what? They're not going to tell you to change your finance minister. They will deal with you, but they will give you the minimum. They're not going to give you maximum. They will give you minimum. Whatever that is due you, that's what they're going to give you. They're not going to give you anything extra because of good behavior. No. This is what we have. Oh my goodness, folks. Okay. Let me get another video up. I'll come back to the video. Let me take it out of it right now, and let me come back to the video later on. Okay. I don't even know where to start this afternoon. Sometimes you'll do these shows and something take you out of your comfort zone. You're like, what the heck happened here? What did I do wrong? And you think to yourself, no, you didn't. It's this person who has no clue what they want. Okay? I'm going to play you another video now. Samuel, this is, these Samuel Twe behavior. Yeah, I'm embarrassed, but I'm not surprised. Because if you follow Samuel Twe all throughout the years, you will understand that this young man ain't as much smart as he is. He just talk blah, 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 blah. And sometimes most of them don't even, I don't believe that he believed in them. And that's exactly what Dr. Formula said. That he doesn't believe in anything because he doesn't know anything to believe in. Listen to this. This is an interview. Samuel Twe talking about Benedict Ure. Let me play this. A very short clip. Okay, let's play this, and I'll come back I'll come back again. This is something we can't just continue to go on like this. This is the man that is in charge of the monetary policy in Liberia, finance minister, budgeting, everything else, and he wants Dr. Weah to be dictator. I'm not even going to qualify. So this is benevolent dictator. So Dr. Weah say, okay, Mr. Twe, if you go right, he become true dictator. If you go left, he step out of benevolent dictator. So he stays here. So before you know, Samuel Twe, then they start pushing. Before you know, bloop, he become a pure dictator. How do you stop it? How do you stop it? He come here to change the constitution. How do you, that's not benevolent dictator. If you come by and say, I want to change the constitution because I'm still young, what are you going to say? Is this the kind of thing you're preaching? That's embarrassing. Let's listen to Samuel Twe talking about. And you will see him doing some Sichuku dancing, Kabuku dancing. He got nothing to hold on. When the guy was asking, they push him this way, then he dodge, go on the side. When they say, okay, you on that side, let me come there. He all over the place. Dodging. The one like brother say, why? That's Samuel 12. And so I'm not surprised. But what is a little bit embarrassing, after Samuel 12 was getting out of this kinds of stuff and getting to be the true teacher that he's supposed to be, to help not only the economy, but to help the young people of Liberia. You're listening to this one and tell me Samuel 12 I'm doing Huawei all over the place. This is embarrassing. Samson told LeBron Public.
Samuel, are you indicating that Bernard Ure does not fit in your definition of a qualified candidate for the CDC?
In my definition, when we founded the movement, I wouldn't imagine him being the standard bearer of the movement.
Why?
Because of his political past. I mean, those are the movement we're rejecting. Those are the things we're rising up
against. In the association with Taylor and MPP? You're trying to be divisive here. You're trying to exclude some Liberians from the political
and this is one of the points I want to make. Reconciliation.
What is wrong with Bernard Ure?
To reconcile with people who hurt us in the past. It's not the same thing. I can accept you, we can eat together, we can sleep together, we can build movements together. But I can accept you to be the ideal. That the young child in encyclopedia, that child in book on GDP.
Well, then you be feeling your theory of reconciliation?
No. The elections have consequences. When people govern a country and when they collapse it, there must be consequences. We can tell our citizens that Dakate will make him minister.
Are you indicating that people who are in the former government should not be given the opportunity to serve or to lead?
I would tell Liberian people that people who have...
That would be an exclusion of a whole generation or whole class of Liberians.
In Sierra Leone, people who commit violence against the people don't get elected into office.
Self-violence?
No. Oh, of course, we see in our country where people who did heinous crimes get people elected. So we have a different...
Talking about Bernard Ure, what did he do that you don't think he fits?
I don't want to focus. I want to focus on the broad set.
No. I want us to focus on the man who is coming to take over your party. I understand.
Bernard Ure was a major part of the whole MPP thing, and we saw what happened. I never left this country until 2001. I saw the culture of arbitrariness. I saw the lack of moral compass, unprecedented plundering of our country's wealth.
Those are strong descriptions you're giving to people from the past, especially. Yeah, and they are, some of them collaborated with you. You received their money from the CDC. You've given them job in the CDC. You've elected some of them as a party. But now we come to Bernard Ure, you're raising all these quantum.
No. This has been the preach. This is why I'm here to reclaim the moral high ground of the CDC. If some of those things are happening, we don't have value.
Samuel, are you indicating that Bernard Ure does not fit in your definition of a qualified candidate for the CDC?
Here we go. I told you we're going to be doing some chuchusu dance, kabuki dance, all over the place. 1 minute, he said Bernard Ure, he did this, I'm taking a high moral ground in CDC, and now he offering, having claimed the high moral ground, he's now offering a dictatorship. That's the high moral ground. Okay? Now, Samuel 12, to be honest with you, like I said, he's educated. There's no question eyes. I'm not questioning his level of education. Far from it. Oh, my goodness. Okay. That's okay. I can get another one. Okay? So Samuel 12, it's not like he's not educated, okay? He knows exactly what he's doing, all right? But he decided. And most of the time, when you see people making any kinds of ridiculous point, they got nothing to offer. You think and this is sad. Because by him making that statement, he's undercutting the entire CDC-led government, that they have done nothing. Because why will you inject a new idea into a political campaign? You campaign on what you believe and what you have done. You're in power. You are the leading political party. You're ruling. What have you done? Why should people promote Sir Joseph? Why should people promote not Sir Joseph of Fala, what's his name? Okay, whatever his name is. But why should they promote him? Okay? Tomo Fala. If you want Tomo Fala to be promoted, why? And Samuel 12, and this is what really bothering me. And this is what is embarrassing. Because Samuel 12 has the ability to describe Tomo Falak and what he has done with clear indication that Tomo Falak should be elected without injecting this nonsense in it. Because Samuel Twe can explain. And Samuel Twe should be going around with a notebook to enumerate some of the things Tomo Falak have done. Because Tomo Falak have record. If you don't believe Tomo Falak have a bad record, then you run away from it. And that's what Samuel Twe have done. Samuel Twe ran out of Tomo Falak record because apparently he can't explain it. So he come out and making Dr. Weah the central point. Dr. Weah is not running for nothing. Even though he say he won that position, but Dr. Weah is not in a race. Why do you want people to give him mandate? They already gave him mandate. 61.5%. 14 out of 15. Count it. What you want? How much mandate you want? You want people to be afraid of him. So that when Dr. Weah stand and say, Sansito, don't move. They say yes. What do you think they say? You think that 1950 something here? You think that taught me? Let me come to LIBERIA and let Dr. Weah say stand out and say I'm moving. What they will do? They will arrest me. Maybe they will kill me. And what the worst thing after that, what will happen again? You will see me again? That's it. But why would you put yourself in this kind of ridiculous position? And then tomorrow, you're going to wear a coat suit and go stand face to face with young people from other countries who continue to fight for democracy. But yet you are tearing down democracy. What is this? This is ridiculous. This is it's bad. It's bad, folks. If you don't understand what I'm talking about this evening, then you have a serious issue. This is bad. Okay, we just heard him arguing that people like Bernard Uridan should not be given anything in this country. Watch. And then you will see how hypocritical this young man is. And you will now understand why he make these statements, because he doesn't believe in them. And I'm not here to defend Samuel Twe. He doesn't believe in them, but he's making it for young Liberians who believe in him to believe in those things. But Samuel Twe himself, if you leave office and say can't defend your statement, you say, man, I want nothing about politics, man. I swear to God, that's what he said. But listen now, listen what happened here. Now this young lady gonna ask Samuel Twe to say, why is the government having people like what's his name? The guy from Dole government and the other one from Taylor's government. Why are these people in the government? And Samuel Twe going to stand in public. You heard him telling us that people like Bernard Uridan, they were involved in a war. They have no place in our society to hold any position. But yeah, he's getting ready to defend some of the people that was high-ranking in Taylor government. Listen to this. And then tell me what I'm saying this afternoon, if I'm saying something wrong or I just hate this young man. I don't hate anybody. I don't hate anybody. But this thing, what his statement is taking on a new dimension. The fact that just yesterday and day before yesterday, just a video from CBS, 60 Minutes, what Tobo with his 400 wives. The people are talking about it. I'm just being ridiculous. But he didn't, and Tobo stayed there. He admitted that, no, I got other girlfriend there. Okay? But the way they were treating us, and now the opportunity, we had the opportunity with Dole government, but it was a military government. They came from the barracks, and most of them have no clue. And those that they brought on board to help were not there to do anything. My people, when if that's the case, you don't go bring the Congo people back. Let the Coppers, the Toba, the Tutmans, let them bring it back. Let them rule us. In fact, let's ask the Western people, Western civilization, let them come and take over Liberia, because we can't do anything. Small country like Liberia, you can manage it And you're bringing in systems. Samuel 12, the man who is so involved in this government, though can't live without Samuel, I mean, not though, but Dr. Weah can't live without Samuel 12. And then he's coming out, benevolent dictator. You feel this? You see, this is sad. Isn't it about a week ago, Dr. Weah was having an interview and said, people say I'm a dictator, but I'm not. So then maybe, because this is not the first time they've used the word dictator. Dr. Weah himself used that. So maybe they've been discussing these things. And the dictator, most likely as a higher level of discussion, for Samuel 12 to come out and bring out this kind of ridiculous statement. Because he's an educated person, so instead of because you know when he comes to us with dictator, just naked dictator will say, oh, the people in trouble. So he decided to dress it up, put some makeup on it. And then you say, yeah, dictator, all with new hair and everything. Benevolent dictator, all dressed up. Samuel 12. Are you serious? Okay. You saw the video, right? You've listened to the video. Benina Ure, people like that, he's here, CDC, to claim the higher moral ground. Because why? Benina Ure then was involved. Their character is tainted because of the war. Now they're going to ask him now, what happened with those two advisors? Okay, one of them that sold the Liberian plane, I finished forgetting his name, and the other one, Bonar. They're going to ask the question and listen to what Samuel 12 is going to answer. Samson told Liberian Public Radio.
My next question is, why is it the president keeping those two UN indictees? Emmanuel Shaw and Jasper.
So it's not, I mean, Emmanuel Shaw question, well, these are Liberians who are now anything, they have a right to work in the government. So we should stop the practice of demonizing other people when we don't have everything. The fact that somebody will associate with a past regime and say you are banished and you should associate with no further regime is not fair to them. Okay? We should give all Liberians a chance. The only question you have is that what contribution is each Liberian making currently? People should not be judged because they are associated with a previous regime. That's collectively, that's wrong. Even if they did something that we believe were wrong, and if they're not doing that thing again, the matter is that are they doing or not doing that? I think that's where it has to be.
My next question is,
They say Maisha and Bonar. He said, no, even if the people did something in the past, that's in the past. We shouldn't be judging. But here he is. Just a few minutes, just a few seconds. You heard that. I just don't want to play the video again. You heard. People like Benina Ure, they don't deserve to do anything in the country because they have done. So he's not willing to forgive Benina Ure, but he's willing to forgive Shaw and Bonar for whatever reason. This is the Samuel 12 that we're dealing with. This is the Samuel 12 that we're dealing with, folks. So I still believe that Samuel 12 don't believe in any of these things he's saying. He doesn't believe in them. Because you can't have Dr. Weah telling, and Samuel 12 is part of that. The people that put a bill to get up, the bill that passed for freedom of press. But now you don't want that. So you want people to elect people in the offices, in the state representative and what have you. But then through them, the fact that you have no kahuna, Samuel 12, you don't have the kahuna to go and ask Dr. Weah to change the constitution to require whatever mandate, benevolent dictator, to be part of that constitution. So you want to pass through the people. Let them elect the people that Dr. Weah will say is in the night time, even though it's 2 o'clock in the day, Dr. Weah will say 12 o'clock at night. They say yes, that's the kind of people you want. Darius Dillon should not be there. When you do these kinds of stuff, you make people like Darius Dillon there. Liberians are now stupid. Even the young people uneducated, like they're not stupid. Now they're wondering to themselves, why is it that you people after dollars they don't like this here? What has he done? Now young people will start asking questions. The kind of question you ain't want them to ask. They come in ask now. Why? Why would people like Samuel Twe, an educated person like this, will stand just because of their position? What have Dallas Dillon done? Now they're going to do more research. So now, when Dallas Dillon go somewhere to speak, they don't come in to just yay. They will want to see what have Dallas Dillon done. Now Dallas Dillon going to now use this opportunity to start telling people what he has done. They see people now that you're trying your best to give your president the mandate, benevolent dictator. These same people now, they're going to go listen to Dallas Dillon. First thing is curiosity. They're curious now. Why? What happened? What Dallas Dillon have done? And they're going to go listen to Dallas Dillon. So Dallas Dillon now, as smart he is, he will take that opportunity and enlighten many of these young people. You're in trouble now. You're in trouble. You see that is smart, you're not using, oh man. That is smart, you're not using. They think you're not, you think you say you're doing something good, you're not making it worse. Okay? Let me go on. One more, another video, folks. Samson told LIBERIA Pop Radio. I'm going to be showing you another video here. And this video, I think it has to do with, hold on, let me not give you the video like that. No, seriously, folks, you can't have a country like that and you expect, okay, 1, 2, okay. This one here, this is another one. What Samuel Twe going to say, when we harmonize your salary, you must harmonize your beer. But he wasn't harmonizing the salary of the legislature. He said if he harmonize the people won't go beg the legislature. And he said that the last time. Let's listen to this one. Samson told LIBERIA Public.
They want to delegitimize this president because somebody says he's not supposed to be president. Yes. That is the conversation they don't want to accept him as a president. That's where the conversation is. Because you know somebody there who will not be able to be fine, although they don't want to be president. No, I think somebody, one of my friends told me, when I came in 2005 with President John Reagan, somebody told me, and you know the president, he said, you know what I mean? I go to John Reagan and give me 5,000. I play basketball when I'm at UAE. I go to him right now, he give me 5,000, you know me. But Samuel Twe. If God tell me, says George, we are with team like brought to New York, I would say let that girl stay like garbage. You know why? Because he's not supposed to be running. He's not supposed to be among the people who running. And that man will not campaign to me as a president. So that man, there are many who will never accept the president as a legitimate president. So it's fight all kind of things. They want to delegitimize this president because somebody says he's not supposed to be president. Yes. That is the conversation there.
Samuel Twe, just by your statement, sir, you prove those people, the statement you just made, you prove that young man who made that statement to you prove him right. You just proved that man right. Because for you to suggest believing a dictator in Liberia, so now you just proved a young man who people all over that they don't believe that he should be president. Maybe this is one of the reasons. This is one of the reasons because people like you will try to cut the democracy. You try to chip it away. And so that's why people are making this kind of statement. So I would suggest to you as well, don't run campaign anymore. Go back to finance ministry and do your job. Because they look at the campaign business, the campaign running, but it ain't favoring you. The campaign is not favoring you because you're not saying something that's making sense. And it makes you to look to be ridiculous. You can't do that. This campaign season is not good for you. It's not good for you, my man. Come here. Leave it alone. Let Tomo Father alone run. Because what you have done, begin. I'm just telling you right away, I forget English, sir. I will speak the real one now. The way you did today, where you did, that thing you put down, you not spot Tomo Fala chance completely. Because you not able to run on Tomo Fala record. So because Tomo Fala record is so bad, you're not able to run it. So you say you're going to delete. What we giving that we are another man there? Benevolent dictator. Samuel Tuame, you got to be serious, dude. I wish I was closer to you guys. Because I will tell you, this is not what you're supposed to do. You and myself are going to have a serious argument about this. And eventually you will see what I'm talking about. Because I'm not saying it because I hate you. No. The Liberian people gave you 6 years. And I will stand behind the table to defend that 6 years. I will stand behind the table. Anybody who say, no, the people won't leave now, I will tell them, say, the pure time over here. When the time finish, we'll go there. Because that's what the Constitution says. But you were arguing about Constitution giving you mandate. Then you come in with dictatorship, dressing it up. Because you think Liberian people stupid. You know, put makeup, eyelash, and whatever you call it, and you call it something else. Samuel Tuame, my man, you need to counter yourself, man. That government you're running, that not banana republic you're running. You people, whatever you decide, people's lives depend on it. Maybe you don't even know this thing. You don't know that Dr. Weah, where he's sitting today, he says something to come in the country, I don't want to see, they will kill me. You know his word come out of his mouth that much powerful. How much more you want people to be afraid of him? You don't know if Dr. Weah, where he's sitting there right now, and he say, I want Camp Johnson Road closed now. The Camp Johnson Road will be closed. You know that one? Where Dr. Weah sitting right now, he said tomorrow no work. Nobody will go to work. You know that one? How much more power you want? So what Dr. Formula predicted, that's exactly what you're proving to be true. You don't know anything, and therefore you don't believe in anything. When I mean don't know anything, I'm not talking about education. Because you have no clue, according to Dr. Formula, you have no clue of Liberian history. Where people were dying to run away from dictatorship. Then you want to bring it back. You want to dress it up. Again, you surprise me, oh. Yeah, my man. What? You think that when you bring, however way you dress the dictator, whether you put kosu on it, or you put foreign dress on it, or you put wig on it, you instead of dictator. Instead of dictator. Instead dictator. You don't change nothing. So you bring it. So Dr. Weah say, yeah, Samuel Tuame, thank you. Liberian people say, yeah, benevolent dictator, because it come from Samuel Tuame. It must be good. What a joke. It must be good. So they say, Dr. Weah, you benevolent dictator. People in total, do they even, my stepmom in total, you ask her right now, what is my benevolent dictator? She know what that means, but she know what dictator means. Once you put that second word, dictator, everybody know. But because it comes from you, the young people, yes. Benevolent dictator, yes. Hey, that's a good dictator. That's a good one. Benevolent. What, you know what he said? They say blood. I don't even know what to pronounce, but that's a good one. Anything. Because he said dictator. They ain't said dictator. They said benevolent dictator. That two words together. They not just one dictator. Something before dictator. So that something control the dictator. Oh, what a joke, Samuel Tuame. Folks, this is Samson. This guy's been Samuel Tuame. I had to bust your bubble. Liberian, young Liberian today, maybe you're not even doing a good job with CDC. Because you're not looking around to see these young sedition. The young sedition. They're sophisticated nowadays. You can't fool them. You can't fool them. Liberian, young Liberian, here in the United States, cleaning poo-poo, but they're going to school. Some of them, two masters. that the people you can't bring benevolent dictator in, and they say, yeah, it sounds good. You think that 1970, yeah? 2020, benevolent dictator. Then people say, yeah. Oh, they said, but yeah. Then they argue, but my man, and they said dictator. Then they automatically say, what's wrong with you? And they say benevolent first before they say dictator. Let's see what they want. Then they go in the dictator. Well, oh, but I mean nothing. That the dictator will scare her. Samuel 12, please don't do this thing to us. On a very serious note, again, you know people die. As you walk in Monrovia, you're walking on spot where people were killed in the street. Every part of the country is secret. Every part of the country. Even up to this point, some people that got killed in some of the forest, their bones are still there. They haven't decayed completely. And you're going to bring back that system? Samuel 12. Why? You think you seriously able to challenge people and put that kinds of argument forward? What exactly the Liberians are stopping Dr. Weah from accomplishing? Tell me, Samuel 12, because you must have a reason why you think Dr. Weah must be at the top and people should be afraid of him. What exactly, what kinds of proposal that will benefit Liberians? And because of the fact that Liberians are not afraid, or the legislature are not afraid of Dr. Weah, they stop him from carrying out certain policy. You guys set an agenda. The agenda you don't even touch again. You call it pro-poor agenda. You don't even talk about it anymore. What exactly? Why do we, explain to me, why do we need to change? Why? Why do we have to change? The Dr. Weah come up with policy to build road, because you mentioned road. When you're ready the last time and gave East International, you give them the contract, and we all on a Facebook cry. Who get it? And at East International, did we change anything? When y'all got ready, you said we're going to do this. We want a concession here and there. You see Liberian changing anything? They resisting anything? Or maybe you're upset because your map-up exercise was questioned by Liberian. So there may be malevolent dictator would have had that privilege of not being questioned, and the map-up exercise would have gone out and no report would have been submitted. Oh, I forgot, Samuel 12, the 60 billion. Why must Liberia question? Malevolent dictator, you don't question. Oh, Samuel 12, sorry. The loan you are going to get from the Chinese people, Liberian people question, they got no business. And you saying, if there's a malevolent dictator, you won't question, we would have gotten that loan. Samuel 12, those things sound ridiculous. You were elected, your people were elected, duly elected. And then you sit down and say, Yeke Koluba has not done anything because he doesn't have the means to put his people, to find colleagues that would then build together so that they will present it to the library, because he doesn't know how to create some sort of a dialogue among people. Oh, Nana Koluba we're talking about, you say malevolent dictator because you don't want no dialogue. Am I making it up? Samuel 12. You say you don't want no dialogue. Then the other good word the people try to democratize the president's ideas. Samuel 12, I hate to bust your bubble. We have constitution that allowed us to debate issues. You lucky. The people your guy in the House of Representatives and Senate, you lucky. But wait till the young Liberians that are educating themselves, wait till they join the group and come home and go into the representatives and senate and stuff, where you don't have so say one, so say all. The one you face, you will not even, the next time, you will not even use benevolent. You will say, I want that to wear to be dictator. You will not even dress it. This is something that I think, oh my goodness. Samuel Tua. Begin the one apart, you knock it out of the ballpark. I don't know what to call it. I don't know what to call it. Because, you know, the funny thing about you people is this. You have, I'm not even going to play this other one. That's a MCC comment. I'm not even going to touch that. Let me go back to this, to his ridiculous statement. Okay? Yeah, man. Sometimes, you know, you come on the platform. I was hoping to talk about my election matter and stuff like that. But of course, election matters. Election matters, folks. Let's listen to Samuel Tua, then I'll go on to my other subject matter. Because this is ridiculous. Samson to LeBron Public.
Look, a benevolent dictator, meaning somebody like Paul Kagame, who alone can sit in the room and make a decision can change the country faster. This is what's happening in a lot of the Asian dictatorships where the benevolent dictator just say, okay, you know what, I don't hear what the other people say in the view. I won't build that road and I'll put the money there. Because so now you see you won't build the road, people say, okay, do the land, everybody start democratizing the decision, then you slow. But we need tough decisions. So let's reorient this whole government. The president will now have that resounding mandate for people to be afraid of him. So this is the mandate that you want to give him this December 8th. Look, a benevolent dictator, meaning somebody like Paul Kagame, who alone can sit in the room and make a decision.
Who alone? It sounds like somebody I know. Who alone will sit in a room and make a decision? In Liberia? Are you serious? You serious? Somebody who was elected to form a government. Then you say he alone should sit down in a room. So they can, I want the role. You just take me up, put the money there. What? Okay. I thought I gave you that here this afternoon, folks. Samson to LeBron Public Radio. Election. Your vote matters. I keep saying this. You sit down home and let people like Samuel Tua do the kind of thing to you. If you take Dallas Dillon out of there, because CDC have the number, you will get what Samuel Tua is talking about. Because I don't see Thomas Fowler questioning Dr. Weah policy. But I see Dallas Dillon questioning. Not necessarily to obstruct. That's two different things. Obstruction and questioning. Why do you want us to do this? And if it makes sense, and if it's in the interest of the people of Boston County that Dallas Dillon is representing, you think Dallas Dillon will say no? But you can't bring project that's not benefiting people, just for a few people. Then if he question, then there's something bad. Thomas Fowler will not question. Then all the other sedition, they don't follow in line. And sooner or later, Samuel Tua's statement is going to affect CDC. You know, sometimes when you're speaking, be careful what you wish for. The word is small. So CDC stay another 6 years, that 12 years, they will leave. Another person come in and he said, benevolent. But instead of benevolent, he said, let dictator. Because he take the entirety out. He just say he take that benevolent out and let dictator. But he still have little bit of benevolent in there, but not all of it. But he not dictator. What are you going to say? Is that when CDC going to stand out for the people? Election matters. I'm not here to tell you who to vote for, but you have to be careful. Ask questions. These people come to you. Look at the kind of ridiculous statement. People like Samuel Twe, highly educated. He's not a dumb fool. But look at the kind of statement he makes. But first of all, he has no respect for your position as Liberian, as sedition. He has no respect for your position. You just had a primary. And I hate to tell you this, old sedition. You are helping to build institution by having the primary. The primary, the opposition wanted Nima County, people almost die. You're higher in most around country. You are helping to build institution. And that the institution Samuel 12 want to cut down like this. It's hurting you. You might not realize that. You think, say, you clapping and dancing. You give that kinds of position to Dr. Weah. Why Dr. Weah leave tomorrow and another political party come in? And they decided, forget benevolent, we'll just be dictator. That's when you're going to say, no, that are the kind of dictator, Dr. Weah, where you are benevolent dictator. The kind of dictator that raw dictator. Hey, Liberia. Well, yeah, they want that. We don't want it. We don't want it because it's too raw. We want benevolent. Yeah. Samuel Twe, you stop those kind of thing, man. This is not good for our country. You stop those things. The young people, they're suffering, educating themselves all over the world. And they refuse to let Liberia go. You stop the kind of thing. Let the young people come over there and help you to build this country. Please, you can't do it by yourself. You can't do it by yourself. You're going to need help. This is not right. You're supposed to help to educate Liberian young people. Their election matters. That the way they vote set for their future. These people you're campaigning for, they're asking for 6, 9 years. And you're asking these young people to give their vote to them. In 6 years, some of these young people today, in 6 years' time, they will have 2, 3 kids. In 9 years, maybe 4 kids. And they will still remain in the same position. What are these people that are asking for the position, asking for promotion? What is it that they're bringing on the table? What exactly? Tomo Father been in the house for so many. What does he? What tangible does he have? Don't give me school, or he give people scholarship. We know that. We know that. But these are private institutions for himself. I mean something that he will put a bill together and pass the bill that will not just affect Mosurado County, but that bill will also affect the entire country in terms of good bill. Positively affect the entire country. Election matters. These are the kinds of Samuel Twe, these are the things you're supposed to be lecturing these young people. And you can even, that's fine, because that's your job, your sedition. We want you to vote for CDC. But this is why. You vote for CDC for your future. But when you believe in a dictator, you didn't even have the kahuna to connect benevolent dictator to that of the young sedition future. You can't connect it. There's no way. There's no way. You weren't even as educated as you were. You were unable to connect those things because they don't make sense to you, because you know they're not true. All right, folks. This is Sam Sinto, LeBron Public Radio. Mr. Twe, all I can say to Mr. Twe is, to be honest with you, I'm begging Mr. Twe to stop those kinds of stuff. 2 weeks ago, there's a video out there, go look it up. 2 weeks ago, Mr. Tua had a meeting with Liberian business, some business organizations, but most of them young people. And he was telling them how to engage the incoming American ambassador, what to do, how to put business binder together to be able to present your business proposal for people to appreciate what you have, and then they'll be able to support you. Those are things Samuel Tua was talking about. Then all of a sudden, the other bombshell come out. For what? Where did they come from, Mr. Tua? You don't believe in it. You don't believe in it. And not only do you don't believe in it, but you know most of your colleagues that are people, the ministers in your meeting, you bring it up, they will shoot it down and say it ain't worth. Only among you. And the reason I'm saying among you, only a few of you, few weeks ago, Dr. Weah came in and said, oh, people say I'm a dictator, but I'm not a dictator. Where did that come from? And you come in now, you want him to be a benevolent dictator. Where did that come from? Something you got to be careful. We can't afford to have any more foolishness in our country. Please. It's a sweet country. Do your job. Look at it, like I just said, the thing you were doing the last time. You think if you're not just doing it with that business sector, if it's some sort of a way for you to teach the Liberian business group how to put proposal together, how to submit your proposal so they don't even have to come through you. You're just there as a character witness for most of the business organization. Don't you think you will have private sector? Because if you show them how to put a business proposal together, effective business proposal, you come here in the United States and contact some of these young Liberians that have the ability to write a true business proposal for the businesses in Liberia. These young Liberians here in the United States, they will not charge you. They will be happy to help. I keep saying this. It's not just me that go and do engineering work free. There are many Liberians that will do it free for you. They will not charge you because that's their country. They know when their brothers and sisters are doing good, guess what? If they're doing good with it, they save their money here. That's the point you don't understand. They don't want you. You think these people are working in America? You think the party ain't got nothing to do with that money? No. They send money home because they themselves know the brothers and sisters back home, they don't have it. When they call and say, brother, I don't have it, they themselves have experienced that. So when they call and say, I don't have it, they know they don't have it. But if there's a position, if there's a way for the people in Liberia to be trained and do certain things, get job, the people who in the diaspora, the one you all say we're cleaning poo-poo, they will save their money. So knowing for the world that by they helping you without charging you, they will help them to save their money, they will do it free. Election matter. Folks, Samson told Liberian Public Radio, let me go ahead and open my line. Give it to me. What do you think? Samson told Liberian Public Radio. Samson to Liberian Public Radio. you please lower your background. What's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
My name is Benson Mason. I'm calling from Fort Worth, Texas.
Thank you.
What's on my mind?
Appreciate it. Yes.
Every day I follow you. This is my first time seeing you, man. This is my first time seeing you talk emotionally.
Yeah, man. You can embarrass people, man. I tell you. Are you a man? These small children make that kind of statement like that. It's just embarrassing, man. But go ahead, my brother.
My man, you see, these are some of the things some of us have just come to the point that we can only talk about Liberia and tell our people the best thing to do. That's all we can do. I'm just like you. This government was elected for 6 years. I think that nothing should happen until the 6 years over. And let's go back to the bar. If we want to vote them out, we vote them out. If we want to give them another mandate, we give them another mandate. But until then, we will still hold them responsible to say the right thing and to do the right thing. I'm sorry, but look, let me say it this way. I've come to the point, and the last time I put on my Facebook page and I asked a question, have education feel Liberia? People were talking and making statements. People were saying, how can you say so? People are getting mad. But I come to realize that education has not failed Liberia. Some educated people have failed Liberia. Samuel Tuwe is a clean example. When these guys were in opposition and wanting to become leaders, they held the interviews that presented the then regime as the worst and that they could do the best. Giving them the opportunity, fast power that they have now, we are asking them to do the best. No, rephrase, we are asking them to do better. Since they can't do the best, but they're not even doing good. The brother is educated, but again, it seems like he must have skipped through life and feel the anguish, the agony of the people during the time that they were being compelled to do what they did not want to do. And because he doesn't pick that up in his past life, he has not. You cannot say there is no good dictator.
Yeah.
To use the word dictator in any word does not in any way say that.
Are you there? Yeah, your phone is killing us. It's going out. Hello? Okay. All right. The young man was saying something decent, but I don't know. Are you there with us? Hello?
I'm here with you. Can you hear?
Yeah.
You're not hearing?
Your phone. No. Go ahead.
Okay.
Hello?
I was saying that as a president, with all due respect to him, should not even think that if thought, explain to the people, meaning that he should be president for life. And I think that's what they have told him. So he's in that light.
Okay.
And
thank you, my brother. I think your phone is really killing us because you're breaking up a lot. But thank you very much. I'm sorry that you're breaking up, but I'm not too sure what the deal is. Hello? You're still breaking up. You're still breaking up. I hate to do this, folks. He's breaking up. I know he has stuff to say, but he's breaking up. Okay. Sam Sinto, LIBERIA Public Radio. calling from? I almost said
Hello,
what's
Mr. Toe.
Yeah. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. What's on your mind, sir?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah. Maybe this is my problem. Can you hear me?
Okay. You're breaking up. Okay, now I can hear you.
Okay. Wow. What happened? Okay, go ahead. Hello. Okay, hold on. Let me call you guys back because I think my Bluetooth is failing me.
Hello?
Yeah, hold on 1 minute. Hold on 1 minute. Okay, folks. Samson to LIBERIA Radio. Let me try this here. Hello, can you hear me? Hello. Okay. All right, folks. My phone is doing the numbers on me here. So just hold on 1 minute. Let me see if I can. What's the best thing I can do here quickly? In the meantime, let me entertain you. Let me see if I can call these guys. Okay, this was the number that we're talking. Okay, let's see if it's gonna solve anything here.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, all right. I think some. Go ahead. I think what's coming from my end. Go ahead. Make a point before we move on to the next person. Hello. Hello. Okay.
Oh?
You don't want to. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, this is Samson To, LIBERIA Public. Can you hear me? Wow. Okay, folks, I'm having issue with my phone here this evening, so I'm not too sure why. Okay, all right, we'll call you back. Yeah, well. Wow, what's the deal? Oh, okay. All right, folks, now I got it. Because they sent an announcement earlier because of the smoke in the area. Most of the tower has been affected. And so in my area here, they already told us. I forgot about that. Okay. Let me try again. Just bear with me.
Hello?
Yeah, can you still hear me?
I can hear you now very clearly.
Yeah, okay. I don't know what's going on, but go ahead. I think it was the tower issue because the smoking in Sacramento is just so bad. But go ahead and make your point quickly so I can call the other people.
I feel sorry for you guys. Yeah, Mr. Toe, thank you for the show tonight. My name is Matt.
Okay.
The reason why I'm calling, I follow the show today, and you were talking about the issue with Samuel Toy. You have to understand something. Mr. Toy is an educated man. You kept saying, well, he's educated. No, we have to quantify what education is. Going to read and write does not mean you are educated. And number two, Mr. Toy, can you still hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. I don't think Mr. Toy understands the history of Liberia. In fact, to become a benevolent dictator, you must have a degree of sophistication, understand certain things at a certain level before you try to become a benevolent dictator. The CDC seems to be running out of ideas. And what I want Mr. Toy to understand is it's a simple thing. Dictatorship will even be dangerous for himself. You think it's one person. There is a saying, he who rides on the back of a tiger to gain power will end up in his mouth. You have to understand something. If you don't have an idea, we have a country that is literally going down in every economic indicator. Now, yet where lacking any new ideas, talking about we should have a dictatorship in Liberia. This is not just dangerous. It is something we don't want. And number two, Mr. Tua, have to understand one thing. President Science Samekayendo probably had approximately 20,000 AFL soldiers. He could not become a full dictator in Liberia. He got taken out of power. We have army, maybe 2,200, 2,200. You can barely pay these guys. You want to be a dictator? They're not with for every single Liberian, and then they're trying to want to become a dictator in the country. Okay? Like you said, President Weah has the power right now in Liberia to most likely do whatever he wants. Nobody's going to stop him. The legislature does not do anything. So he should start asking for more power that he cannot control. And more, to my last point, let him go back to the finance ministry and try to lead his country. I don't know who makes this man a finance minister. This man has not held any job. Never worked.
Okay.
To the issue of finance. This guy talks and say that anybody can get a position at the finance ministry. He's never worked in finance. You gave him this position. He doesn't know what to do. All he does is talk with no substance whatsoever. This is dangerous for Liberia.
Okay. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Okay. I think, folks, the level of frustration this evening is high because this is not how it's supposed to be. And so I understand it, but let us continue to pray for them that they will do good. Let me call this other number, then I will accept other call. Let me call this here. Yeah, it's bad here in Sacramento, to be honest with you. It's not even ringing. Wow. Okay, let's try it again. The network available connect to Wi-Fi, a mobile network. Shit, it's killing me. And my network is not even connecting. Okay, Wi-Fi. Let's go ahead and connect ourselves. Yeah, but it's connected, but it's not strong. It's not moving, folks. I want to go back to Toll Town. Hey, Toll Town, no fire there. What kind of business is there? Then I say, you just a bigger. Let's go ahead. Let's try again. Okay, let me call this young man again. Folks, Samson was having serious connectivity problem.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice.
All right, the person already gone. Okay. This is Samson to LeBron Public Radio. Give me a call, 916-533-2048. So I'm going to be calling on Mr. George here to close it for us here. But here's one other thing that I'm going to be doing here. There's a video from Okay, somewhere else. All right, but anyway, there's a CBS 60-minute video that Maurice Safer went to Liberia back in the 80s and interviewed the Tuber family. And what was happening and some of the things that came out, they're degrading. And also Helen Cooper, who worked for NBC, she also makes a statement. And I will combine those together. And then I will challenge my brothers and sisters from the Congo group to see all of these things. They are knowledgeable. They're highly educated. They got money as well. Okay? You can't just say you're going to destroy and then, you say you leave it alive. I'll deal with that. I'll work on that. Sam Cinto, LeBron Public Radio, thank you for calling back. We appreciate it. Go ahead and make your point, my brother, so we can close it. Or sister.
Okay, my name is Gwankwai Doma. I'm calling from Philadelphia.
Thank you.
People say constructive criticism. I always tell them criticism is nothing but criticism. Who says it's constructive or not? Is it the one who's making it or the one at the receiving end? A dictator is a dictator, Mr. Tue. I don't care how you describe it. But, Mr. Tue, I don't think Mr. Tue is alone. Maybe he is the only person who came out with it. But this is the kind of thing these guys have been discussing. He's not alone. This is the same finance minister. When $25 million got missing in that country, he said he took physical cash to New Crew Town and gave it to money changer as a way of infusing money into the economy. What accounting principles did he use at that time? That's the same kind of finance minister we have who is saying today President should be a dictator. I'm telling you, President Weah, Tue, and the people around him have been discussing this thing. He's not alone. But I can tell Mr. Tue that in Liberia, we know how to stop dictators.
Oh, my
I don't care what they do. If they think this is just a free place where they have come.
Let us don't go to the Liberia old way, I beg you. Let's just
this
try
is,
to
see what the people are doing. Right now, this government is taking money. Thomas Fala is running his personal campaign to be senator. They are using government money publicly. Everybody knows they are doing that to support the men. So these people took $25 million. They took $16 billion. Nothing happened. They have been going step by step. Now they're dumping money on Fala. Nobody is saying anything. So they are saying now, you know what? We can do anything. Let we be a dictator. Let's make we what we want him to be. This is what they are trying to do. They started step by step. We didn't do anything. We didn't say anything. This is how far they have gone. And I'm telling you, these guys want to change the constitution in Liberia for we have to be president for life. They want to reduce the term of office to 5 years, but the president can stay in office as long as, according to them, the people want him to be. That's what they are starting. This is what they want to do. That's the beginning, Mr. Tue. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. And folks, I understand the frustration level, but we are Liberians. Let us try to be mindful of what we say about each other. When the time of dealing with dictators and stuff like that, those days are over. One thing I want to assure you, and you know your own position as Liberian, you know you're sophisticated. Ain't nobody gonna come and pull wolf over your eyes. Samuel Tue can talk all that stuff you want to talk. It ain't happening. They're not gonna change no constitution in Liberia. Sam Cinto, LeBron Public Radio, what's your name, where you're calling from? Just be mindful my phone was not working properly, but go ahead and make your point. Hello? Oh, okay. So anyway, let me call on Mr. Josh. Okay, hold on, Mr. Josh, somebody else. Okay. Sam Cinto, LeBron Public Radio, what's your name, where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
Thank you, Mr. Tue. I'm calling from Washington, Seattle.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for the program. I don't call your program a lot, but I really can enjoy you today. I be lucky to see your program. Yeah, just the caller who just called, where he said I support it. Because I remember Green Chancellor Regent had a friend who was driving for and Bob Taylor. They said they were somewhere around and they're having barbecue, drinking, having fun. And this guy told me, he and myself to drive close together here. He said that when they were saying lecturing with Joe Tay, all those guys sitting together, they said, they started talking, they said, my man, it's here, we got a same phone. You know, everyone else seen it. He said, because the country guys, when they take over, when the country guys take over, there was something else. Just what the court said, that's why some of what they've been saying. That's what they always see. They want, it's just like when someone commit crime and join to the bush. To know when they are caught, they're not going to send them free. So they do everything to be able to save themselves. You see, like you take criminal from the prison and put them, get them gone and put them on the street. They will not want to go back in prison. So the government, Liberia, they are nothing but anarchy. They're trying to protect their interests. They're not doing it for the Liberian interest. And some people don't understand. These guys are not fighting for the Liberian interest. What they have done from the time they got into power, that's what they're trying to protect themselves. I was in Liberia when we were elected. I spoke on the radio. No good government, nobody could get power. He said you meet a broken government, and he said there and play Lulu. And check out, I talked to who on the radio? I talked to the guy that called Harrison Bobbitt on the radio. I said the government will pay. And yes, it is happening. We Liberian people have to be able to stand. Someone want to go home. I'm 58 years old. What am I doing here? You think I'm going to stay and get rich? I want to go home the rest of my life. Stay in Liberia, help communities, help children to go to school. If I would die, then I die in my country instead of being here suffering. Thank you so much.
Wow. Thank you, my brother, but I can assure you spoke for many, many Liberians tonight. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Folks, this is what these kinds of things, these are the feelings that many of you will have. Because I keep saying this, and that's why voting in Liberia is very important. We have to continue. I'm not saying you should tell people who to vote for. But of course, if you want to do that, that's up to you. But that's not what I'm suggesting. But we have to tell these people their votes matter. The voting card they carry, if they use it correctly, will benefit me greatly. Because if you put people in office, all these offices, when you put people in there that will have idea how to move the country forward. Not, don't get me wrong. I don't want anybody going in there to obstruct the developmental agenda of Dr. Weah either. But I want somebody in there that will question Dr. Weah's proposal. Why are we spending this money on this road? Who is it benefiting? That kinds of stuff. Samson told Liberian Public Radio, what's your name, where you're calling from, what's on your mind? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, go ahead, because I almost called it up. Go ahead, I'm having a problem with my phone here. But go ahead, make a point. What's your name, where you're calling from, what's on your mind?
Okay, I'm Paul Cooper, calling from Indiana.
Thank you. So thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity.
Go ahead. Thank you for joining us.
What Samuel Twit, the Bible says that out of the abundance
can you lower
of
your
the
monitor in the background, because if you're listening to yourself, then it's interfering with the conversation with you.
Is it okay now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, so like I said, the Bible says that out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh.
Okay.
Am I clear?
Yeah, all the time. Go ahead.
Okay. So, what Mr. Twit has said about George Weah becoming a dictator is not something that, he just saying. This is something that had been planned, but they have been looking for someone who's going to come first ahead and test the water and see the reaction of the Liberian people. So his statement is not something that people should take lightly. This is something, and he's the finance minister. He right now he controls every financial thing in the country. So like they are already a form of dictatorship government. So say he controls the finance ministry, they can put money anywhere to back up their plan. So this is not something that Liberians should take lightly. This is something serious. This is how chaos can come in the country, and it's not right. And I'm so sorry that he's an educator and making such a statement like this here. It's so frustrating to hear kind of things coming out of Liberia. It's bad. So that's my input.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, folks. I understand this is it's a difficult subject matter, to be honest with you, because as a caller before this young man who said, that they want to go. Who wants to stay here? Here's the thing. Many of you, including myself, you came in the country with fast nothing in your pocket, but you were able to survive. And I bet this is what really pains many of you, many of us. See, this year, it doesn't matter, but it hurts. I don't care whether you're in school, or you're out of school, or you've never even gone to school, you're just working. Anytime you're walking and you see something decent, nice thing, the first thing comes to your mind, the kind of thing will be nice in Liberia. Who among you never done something like that? Anywhere you go, you see big store. You see some Liberians, they go to the store, they look up. They're not looking to admire the building, but most of the time, yeah, the kind of thing everywhere in Liberia. Every time, you will attest to it. Anytime, even those of us that clean poo-poo, when you clean poo-poo, the other garbage poo-poo cleaning part, if we're in Liberia, will be found. Anything that is decent, you wanted to go to Liberia. Anything. So what makes you think that if you have money, if those people were doing something right, if that country were open up, you don't think you will go to Liberia, come back, care things, come back, care? Because nobody want to stay in the place. As soon as you finish with school, you're not rushing there because no opportunity. That's it. But I don't know why these people are not thinking like that. You buy a car from here, you send it to Liberia. First thing you're wondering, to take the car from the free pole will be too much. Then you say, I'm not even doing it. So the car that you don't like because they sell it in Liberia, so you buy it from there. But you don't like it. And because of that, you don't even want to go home. But let them say, not duty free, but reasonable. You send car, you pay reasonable amount to take it out. Even if the government say, you know what, we don't want any car that is more than 5 years old. You will see Liberians sending car 2-3 year old car. They can afford it. But you take brand new car from here and take it to Liberia. You know how much they will charge you to get it out? They're not thinking. They're not thinking. You have to open the economy. If Dr. Weah and his people were smart, you come in this country, in as much. Look how many people. I still got 100 plus. There are other platforms right now, 200-300. They got other platforms right now that are 1,000. And they're not talking about they're not talking about Sierra Leone, they're not talking about Africa, they're talking about Liberia. Well, every Liberian want to participate, they want to hear. If that government was smart, you come in this country and you go from state to state and ask Liberian, I want $1 million a year. Let me finish the caller and then I'll come back to that and close it. Samson to Liberian Public, what's your name, where you're calling from, what's on your mind?
Yeah, so my name is Alex Nimene, calling from Tufa, South Dakota.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for joining us. What's on your mind, sir?
Actually, tonight you already made my night. Yeah, you already made my night easy for me because, if from the beginning, I was supporting the government to be a citizen, but coming in power and seeing the direction they're taking, when you go talk, they say you're a little boy. And again, recently, it was on actual Gadi show. We have this guy that take care of taxes in Liberia, and what he was saying about people carrying car in Liberia, and they came out that people carry old car, they want new car, and for the fact that they don't even, Liberia cannot even produce bicycle, and people are trying their best, taking the thing back home, and they're making it hard for the Liberian people. While in a country that people taking things to even help all the Liberians who don't have the opportunity. But yet still we still have our finance minister going around saying all sort of things. So he would go in a gathering of citizens because anything he says, people employ him. But that is not work with some other farm ourselves on the side. Although we have some other Liberians are here, but cannot see the truth. They don't know what the truth is because they all found let's just support the thing, a right or a wrong. When you ask some of the people, why is it they want to take Dawa dinner on? Like, let Dawa dinner get up from the area, from the seat. They will not explain nothing better to you. And Dawa dinner continue to say to Liberian, to them that if George will bring anything that in the favor of the country, I willing to support it. But let be able to question, how are we going to do this? But our brother, they don't understand the thing. All you just wake up and support the government that, oh yes, it used to be what it used to be the one-party system. That is the system they want to everybody to support. It does will now be able to work with some other Liberian. So to now, I say thank you. Continue on the show. We'll be monitoring. Thank you tonight. Yeah.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate it. So as I was saying before, I called Pa George here to close it for us. If this government really wants some money, serious money to help for development for development item in Liberia, a lot of people they ready to call now. Sam Sinto, Liberian Public Radio, what's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind? Hello. Okay. Hello, Sam Sinto, Liberian Public Radio. Hello? I can't hear you. You got to take yourself off the mute. I still see your number here. Are you there? Okay. All right, let me finish this topic, then I'll call Pat George. Pat George, please, if you're listening, get ready here for me. So anyway, the point that I'm making, if Dr. Weah were to come over here and go from state to state to say Liberians need $2-3 million a year, I'm starting a project, a road project, you will get it. However, you come here and you say you want $2-3 million and you have Samuel Todd to be the one to keep the money, you're not getting it from Liberian people. Your best bet, you want to be sincere about it, you get an American company to manage that fund and let the account be here in the United States and they manage the fund. And Liberian trust that this company is doing everything possible to develop Liberia. They will pour money in there every month. Because at the end of the month, it's just like, it will be like a stock market. Everybody that are connecting, that are putting money in, at the end of the month, they send them the report. How many dollars the government took out and what they're doing with it and who got contract and everything. When you do that kind of stuff, Liberia here in the diaspora will build a country easily. You don't have to go beg European and what have you. Sam Sinto, Liberian Public Radio, please make your comments so I can bring Pat Joshua closer. What's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
Hello?
Yes. I can hear you.
This is Johnson from Austin, Texas.
Thank you for calling, but try and speak into the phone because I'm having issue here with my phone anyway.
Yeah, I'm speaking on the phone though.
Okay, all right, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Okay. Something, I've been following forever, sometimes me and Alfonso had a problem because one time I said liberal progressive. You can remember when Alfonso attacked me on the issue, said we will support a liberal progressive.
Yes, yeah. Alfonso and Pa George, they're conservative, and they think they can take me on. They can't take me on.
No, they will not do that because while we, the liberal progressive, we are in majority.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I've been fighting forever. This is my first time calling you to just make a comment.
Thank you.
I just want to appreciate what you do, man. Because we need you back in Liberia. Because we are level of understanding of the issue in Liberia and your technical craft. We will always support you. But my point is, there's so many issues going on in Liberia, and we need to tackle from heads on. But what I call you tonight is, I just want to make sure, I just want you to that we are with you, and I follow you for so many times. I've been following you forever. But my thing is, do not allow Pa George and Alfonso to cajole you into the corner.
No way. Thank you. I'm not going anywhere. I am a liberal progressive, and I'm going nowhere.
Fine. But because every time I follow you say you are going to from Morovia. Mama said I'm going to from Morovia. I want to see William Bronson School, see William Bronson on Front Street.
Yeah.
Okay, I left my student, but I want to talk my all the kind of stuff. But my thing is something. Keep preaching the progressive agenda, because why? Bacchus Matthew, Oscar Kuya, those guys are listening to you. These are the liberal progressive. And what is the other guy's name? What is his name? Even John Bullitt. John Bullitt is a liberal progressive, but even though things happen and people try to condemn him in some other way, that's the situation. But these are the liberal progressives that brought the limelight to Liberia.
Yes, thank you.
And we will not, never, ever allow the conservative to derail the liberal progressive.
Thank you, my brother. Let me take this other call. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
No problem.
Okay. I am a liberal progressive, and I will remain liberal. Pa George, you can call now. I think you just heard a young man saying that they don't want you to take me away. I will remain liberal progressive. Folks, Samson told Liberian Puerto Rico. I want to thank all of you that continue to follow us. While I'm waiting for Pa George, let's listen to this music. Okay, Pa Josh, we're waiting. Okay, here we go. Sam Santor, thank you for joining up, Pa Josh. Close it for us.
Yeah, okay. We are the consecutive, but Mr. On a serious note.
You heard the man. he pointed out you and Mr. Soul and said, I'm going to do everything possible to resist your I love it.
No. No, it's interesting. You know who ought to be listening upon your
telling
program.
you. to make his central point as this is a very serious business to him.
Yeah. Yeah, so who should not cajole you?
Yeah,
who should not corner you? So on a very serious note. You see, what Samuel 12 said was not a mistake. It was not a mistake. Let me take you back. During the first year of President Weah, these guys usually hear them see 24-year loading, 18-year loading, 24-year loading. Where those ideas came from? When you are just being elected, not even a year, and yet we're seeing 24-year loading. This is what Samuel 12 then discussing. What happened was they just testing the pulse. They just trying out to see the feedback from the Liberian people. Samuel 12, everything he's saying, he believes in it. Not that he doesn't know what he's doing. He believes in it. This is what they're discussing. You can see Samuel 12 that Samuel 12 is very vindictive. Look at the composition he had and bias. Look what he said about Uri, describing Uri. And if you're describing Uri like that, but then when they ask you about Eugene Shaw and Archibald Bona, you put them in a different category. All those are good people. Maybe they did something bad down the line. They can be considered. We all know the relationship between Archibald Bona and George Weah. We know the relationship. Emmanuel Shaw, probably, one could speculate one of the financiers of George Weah, one doesn't know. Because some of them are giving them leeway out. If you say Europe is bad, that they are the one that caused the problem in Nigeria, what of Emmanuel Shaw, who was finance minister? The refinery before the war, and Emmanuel Shaw took it. He saw the plane in London, but he came back and you're giving job, but he's not bad. It's only been now Europe. It's people being vindictive. And this is how you see it playing out. Samuel 12, let me just tell the Liberian people. And Samuel 12 probably, he said you're in Liberia from 2001 up to now. I don't think he has seen or ever saw the suffering of the Liberian people, the carnage that took place in our country. And if he was there and he saw those things, and today the word dictator, the reverend, should not even be mentioned, should be far away from some of the vocabulary, knowing what we have gone through. But this playbook is coming from Ivory Coast and Guinea. You saw the Ivorian president wants to extend the term, the Guinean president wants to do the same thing. So you can see the trend is faking. This is one national metro. They are all seeing what happened in neighboring countries. This is one now. He's speaking out. This is what they're discussing to do. It's not a mistake. It's not a coincidence. Samuel 12. These are the people who will plunge Liberia into trouble. These are the guys that will put Liberia back into a big trouble. Instead, he's thinking how to improve the livelihood of Liberians. He's not throwing out the dictator. They honor what he said. They should pay representatives more money so the people can continue to beg. This guy, can you imagine? A finance minister saying this kind of thing. They should pay more representatives more money so that the people can continue to be beggars. What are you doing? What are the policies that you are introducing to improve the livelihood of these people? You're not speaking about it. But you want these people to continue to be a beggar to you people. It is wrong, and I don't want people to think that, oh, Samuel Twer is just saying anything because just to gain some attention. No. This is what they're discussing, and this is what they're buying. But look at the circle. Look at the circle. Samuel Twer, Nathan Mange, Jefferson Kochi, Sir Joseph. These are the people that run Liberia. You can see how the people are arrogant. That is why even when the Senate call them, they come, and they are very arrogant. Because they know what they're planning to do. He talking about Sir Joseph to be elected. Yeah, when Sir Joseph is elected, because it means that the Senate now will come over amendment. Tamafala to be, sorry. If Tamafala is elected, that means, it means that, oh, anything that goes to the Senate, nobody will question it. Nobody will question it. But it is a mistake that he's making. And let Samuel Twer come back to address this issue, what he meant by that. Because he always used to call for language, so let him come back. He came out of harmonization, now he came out benevolent dictator, let him come back. So compare Paul Kigali, this guy doesn't even read. You think Paul Kigali got a good human rights record? When you read Paul Kigali human rights record, now he's making reference to. So you see that when he's making reference, Samuel Twer, who knows? Who reads? Paul Kigali does not have good human rights record right now as he's staying in the world. And you are comparing Georgia, you want Georgia to be like that. Then of course people got to ask. The other day they just kidnapped somebody, one of the opposition leaders, Paul Kigali. This guy has a terrible record. And you say you want Georgia to be like that. What in the world you see to say that, hey, I want the president alone to be in the room to make the decision when he said this as his final? Why has he said that? Because Samuel Twer would not question the president. Nathan Mange would not question the president. Jefferson Kochi would not question the president. So when the president says, I want that role, yes. The money, yes. That's the kind of government that Samuel Twer, now he's advocating, or they are advocating to establish in Liberia, where the president can get up today. And he spelled it out. He said, what? They don't want the president to be distracted by what? About life business when the president focus on rule. So if the president this whole year, the next year, we're going to be a road, that road going to be school, everything will be off because there will be nobody to say, hey, Mr. President, why this one is not being taken care of? And this is not an institution that Samuel Twer wants to build. This is wrong and it is serious, and nobody should try to quantify it or try to modify that, oh, he was just saying this. No. This is something that Samuel Twer is discussing and they're bringing it out. And I can tell Samuel Twer then, Samuel Twer, just take it where you got it from. Because any attempt to go in that direction, there will be a stiff resistance from Nigerians. Where we are rich, you cannot turn back to the old days. If you say, we complain about the Congo people. And look at what Samuel Twer is doing. Look what they are doing. So how can you condemn the Congo people? When you're not Samuel Twer, in the 21st century, you came to power through a free and fair election. So why now you want to abort the process? Because only that people are trying to democratize the president agenda, that people are asking questions. But that is a democracy. That's how you came to power. So why you want to shut it down now? Because you're in power. And this is not going well for Liberia. And Samuel Twer is a new guy on the block. Eugene Falcon is down now. It's Samuel Twer that are picking out the torch. Going on. You are Minister of Finance. Why you on the campaign? Every day you ever come and say Samuel Twer there. You don't think the government like that got serious issue to discuss? But what Samuel Twer want to prove to the president, where you see, I'm a talented guy, I'm a smart guy, I'm the Minister of Finance, I'm spearheading this campaign. All in the ghetto era going there. There's a serious problem. Yeah, you hear today they say you can't. Liberia now has become a member and just a observer to the African Union because what the government Liberia owe $1.20 million. They have not paid a deal. So Liberia now, the founding member of that organization now is being turned into spectators. And you hear your immoral dishing money all around and you talk about dictatorship. Really? I just want to close on the note. We should not overlook or downplay the statement by Samuel Tuer. From the past statements, I can tell anybody this is what the guy are thinking on. But the only thing is, how can they put it out there? So if they have a legislature, a Senate that control my CDC, because you should have passed that bill. Nobody will say in the Senate to say no, because it's all about numbers. So if they can get 20 or 25 lawmakers, the 7, forget it. They can say no, but they will pass it. Because nobody will be there to start it. So this is why you see, they are not seeing this thing and trying to tell the Liberian people that the person want to do development. But if you have Dillon and other people there, 2 or 3 persons that are obstructing that development, they will not come. So the only way you people can do it is by electing a fella. Then the person will have absolute power. Anything he put in front of the Senate, it will be like the two-way party. So say one, so say all. And this is why the point that Samuel is driving at. But I think if you play that tape, Mr. To look at the response from the people.
No, they were not quite on board.
Okay. But look at the response from the people. Don't you know what the other knew what Samuel meant? You saw there was no applause for him. When he used that word, there was no applause. Because people are like, hey, you got people scratching their head. What is this guy talking about? But this is the guy that telling President Weah, hey, Fala will win this election. I'm out there. I'm the treasury. We're doing everything. This guy will win. When he win, we got most of them or the rest of the people we can run and it is just wrong. And I think CDC should go back. If Senator know what I know, let him just stay away from the campaign. So I just want to leave it on that note.
Okay, before you go, please. Sorry, I wasn't able to put your picture up. Let me just put that in there. All right, this is Pat George. There's a caller that called earlier, and he want me to continue to take you and Alfonso on with your conservative idea. I think I need to invite both of you on my show and see how far you guys gonna go. Because every time I go on Alfonso's show, he try to bully me. In fact, let me read some of the text Alfonso sent me just today. Look at the way I called. He was on air, and I called him. Then he goes, if you like your job, don't call me again. I'm on air. If you call me again, I will fire you. You see, they couldn't think I
But then you see the man on air?
Oh, look at the man. My people are in trouble.
I'm telling you.
No, I didn't see the man.
You have notification because by the time the show come on, I got notification.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So then why are you calling him? Why you can't text him?
Okay, let me leave that one. I will have to deal with both of you. Thank you, my Judge.
Okay,
thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, dude. All right.
Okay, have a good night.
Okay, folks. You too. All right, folks. Samson to LIBERIA Pop Radio. I want to. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you. On a very serious note, when we do these things, it's not because of hate. I don't hate anybody. But I believe Samuel Tuer is educated, highly educated. Let me put it this way. Samuel Tuer, my understanding, used to work for, I believe, African Development Bank. So he knows. But for him to come and make these kinds of statements among these young people, in a country that can go south on us anytime. He's supposed to be one of those defending the liberty on all the people, to make sure people liberties are intact. But for him to suggest that was kind of surprised. No, not surprised, embarrassed. But I don't hate anybody. So those of you that are going to define my opposition to Samuel Tua's comment as being hate, it's up to you. So I can't control that. Okay? So I want to thank all of you. Let's tune in tomorrow for Mr. Social, where he will be able to give us some wonderful, wonderful idea again, new programming, whatever. I'll be back Friday. Friday, though, I'm going to take on another, what I consider controversial issue. I will research that video and I will play that video, but I'm going to be taking it clip by clip. I'm not going to play the entire thing. I'll play the clip, make a comment, and then take another one. And then I will also attach Madam Cooper, Helene Cooper, that worked for NBC. She's always on Meet the Press. Okay, it's a very smart, intelligent lady, no question of that. But she's a Liberian. Okay, and that's the lady that was telling us that Madam Ellen was her supporters, the women. They decided to seize the voter cards of the young people at that time, and she believed because of that, Madam Ellen won, which if you have done that in any other civilized country, that person would have been arrested. But they decided to do that. So I will approach it, and my idea is that we have to work together. We have to work together. Samson told LIBERIA Public Radio, thank you very much, and I'll say, thank you very much, guys. We appreciate it. Those of you that continue to text and things like that, you don't have to agree with me. Thank you, and good night, folks. Oh, by the way, the music I'm going to be playing here, according to the interpretation that I gotten from the guy that said, Kanu, that sent me the information, that it's a pedal music, but they're saying that the politician will tell you, say, I will do this, I will do this, I will do this for you. Give me your vote. And as soon as you give them your vote, they don't even look at you again. Is that coincidence? These things are being discussed in Liberia. For these young people to put that into music, it must have been discussed in Liberia in the training. And it's going down the line. In fact, most of the people, they will say, oh, when I call Liberia, I talk to some of my friends, they say, lead the people, let them get the money. And that government money, let the children eat it. They will know. So, why would we go through that? Okay? Now, another question that I have, is CDC ready to concede if they don't win? Can someone file a stamp publicly and say, yes, I didn't win? That's going to be a very interesting dynamic. So I hope they will be able to be a man. If they don't win, they say, okay, let him go. Samson Toe, LIBERIA Public Radio. Good night, folks.
na enua daga na e na ugata kwa nema daga kwa yo welai mera tama daga kwa begwe kwa jana kwa vina dakwe akwenye dwamale begwe kwa jana kwa la dakwe akwenye dwamapana Bongwe prenga kwa jana kwa jubu Dara prenga dwa na Afrika Ewe daga na enwa daga na enwa na ugata kwari Yupa ugata kwari Dada prenga duwa mawame Ya moja maye mugwara Yaba gupela Yaba gukwabeto Yaba guloni ngai Yaba gukwabemu Deba mboya tie Yaba nenga modu Nenga modu kwako Gwako kwele nyago Daga na enwa Daga na enwa Daga na enwa na ugata kwari Daga na ugata kwari Kanjemi Abaga kwabeto na ugata kwari Kanjemi o Abaga pela na ugata kwari Daga na enwa na ugata kwari Ewe na ugata kwari Kateria kwa yebukema Kadero dia kwa jana kwa bagu genekai Ande mambeni ye gagu po Kwane tepanga dwamu pakwa Dwamu kunagati manene gadoke Ya modia ye dengane tompu ye Anwa we daga na ye we Don't Daga na edwa na ugata kwa Ngoro black eye ngela nedia na ugata kwa Ngoro black eye ngela nedia na ugata kwa No daga de kenya ngela nedia na ugata kwa No daga de kenwa ngela nedia na ugata kwa No daga de maroto ngela nedia na ugata kwa Wangole mena kwegale na ugata kwa Amwaya paipu mame mane ikaika na ugata kwa Ewe kwatao na ugata kwari Kwa mboro nge kwatao Ugata kwari Kwatao nge kwatao na ugata kwari Wanga neloka kwatawe Ugata kwari Nimaka neloka kwatawe na ugata kwari Aloka loka Branjila loka Ugata kwari Nge atano loka Mbele loka na ugata kwari Mwamba loka mbele wadaga kari Daga na e, di pa ugata kwari, di lu ugata kwari.